The Minister for Agriculture, Aldo Ogwe, says there is no better way to resolving the ongoing crisis between herdsmen and farmers in the country. When should Nigerians expect the issues resolved? Some states, Plateau for instance, welcomes the herdsmen cattle be pasteurized, that is, ranched. States in the east like Abia reject any form of grazing or ranching, saying there is no available land for such venture. Where will the story end after many were killed in Loko and Agatu in Benue State, Ukbabi Nimbo in Enugu, and several other communities in Nasarawa states? We go live to Abuja in just a moment to talk to the Chairman, House Committee on Rules and Business. The herdsman grazing bill proposal lies right on his desk. Data feeds still coming through in one place. Simultaneously, we'll focus on the biggest stories yet. Right here, you can be part of the show as well. Just tweet at Gimba Umar CTV and use the hashtag State of the Nation and air your thoughts on the subject. The Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Aldo Ogwe, has made those statements, so we're going to be following up very closely on them as well. You're watching State of the Nation at this time. Stay with us. Welcome everyone in Nigeria and the rest of the world. You're watching State of the Nation. I am Gimba Umar. Data feed still coming through in one place simultaneously on all our social media platforms, on channelstv.com, on youtube.com/channelsweb. You can be part of the show by tweeting at Gimba Umar CTV or use the hashtag State of the Nation. Let's get your thoughts on the subject. The Minister for Agriculture has suggested time and again that the only way to resolve the issue of the grazing in Nigeria is to approach it significantly with a pronged approach and get all the fielding parties to a round table to discuss the issues. The Chairman, House Committee on Rules and Business, Emmanuel Okejev, joins me from our Abuja studios. Many thanks indeed for coming on State of the Nation. Whose responsibility will you say it is to fund the grazing grounds or ranches, you could put it as that? Will it be the government of the states where the grazing grounds are located?
Well, thanks for having me. The truth of the matter is that on issues of agriculture, the Constitution puts it on the concurrent legislative list, meaning that the states have the responsibility of making laws respecting such issues. The federal legislature also has the responsibility of doing that. I mean, they can do it. But the Constitution says that whenever any law made by the state is inconsistent with the law made by the National Assembly, to the extent of the inconsistency, the law made by the National Assembly will prevail. To that extent, you have some states proposing, understand, to bring grazing, to bring issues on ranching or grazing reserve or the sort. Before my table are 3 bills actually, or even 4 now, because just before about 2 weeks back, another bill came in which is being processed. 1 bill on ranching from Honorable Dixon Taki, a gentleman from Benue State. 1 from Honorable Karemi Sunday, a gentleman from Kogi. And you also have another from Honorable Sadiq Ibrahim, a gentleman from Adamawa State. Both Karemi and Sadiq are bringing bills on grazing reserve, while Dixon, like I said, is for ranching. But like I said, there are some states, you mentioned in your prologue, there are some states that are considering bringing their own edicts on this matter too. And at the end of the day, it depends on what the National Assembly comes up with. To the extent of any inconsistency between the state law and the federal law, the federal law will prevail. But note that the Land Use Act gives the land in the respective states under the custody of the governors. So that is the position. So that even the bills on national reserve that are before the National Assembly say that you acquire land in all the states of the Federation, but you do that under the cooperation in cooperation with the governors of the respective states. So that is the position of the law on matters like this.
Now Plateau State, for instance, is in total agreement to have ranches. So is Benue State, your state. Matter of fact, the governor, Samuel Ortom, has forwarded a bill to the State House of Assembly saying that he doesn't want grazing at all in the state. What's the position now?
Yes, Governor Ortom has consistently said that Benue State has no land to give out for grazing. Remember that Benue State is tagged the food basket of the nation, and presently many local governments have been, many farmers in the several local governments, including my own, have been dislodged by these herdsmen. So how do you put any food in that basket if you have these Fulani herdsmen dislodged? Between the last time when I spoke in your studio and today, more than 50 persons have been killed just in my local government alone. So how do you carry on like that? I mean, these herdsmen have their own preoccupation. The farmers too have their own preoccupation. So when you come and take land from the farmers, I mean, are you going to take their cattle and give to the farmers? I mean, it doesn't work that way. So the state governor, Benue State Governor Ortom, has been consistently saying that no, we don't have land to give out. You know, especially now that the herdsmen have become so violent, going around AK-47. I mean, that is not the environment to work in. The population has grown between the 50s when you had grazing reserves in some parts of the north, and now when you have a population explosion. So I remember that we are running a federation, you know. So it's not, I don't think any bill should come up and say all states of the federation should have grazing reserve. I mean, that is simply unacceptable.
Now let's talk about states like Abia State, Imo State, for example. Recently, the governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, paid a visit to Governor Rochas Okorocha in solidarity for alleged attacks by herdsmen in that area. Tambuwal, in that meeting, said that herdsmen should be confined to the north, where they come from. Are you in support of this?
Well, you see, yeah, largely yes. But again, before now, these herdsmen have been going up and down without any problem. The problem started when they started carrying AK-47 and killing people up and down. You know, so first and foremost, the issue we have on hand is that of security. You know, like in Benue, like I mentioned, you have these people coming and ransacking villages and you know, killing people and even taking over lands in some places. You know, nobody will welcome the idea of having these herdsmen around again, especially now that you don't even have enough land for the farmers. So if any state in the federation decides to give land for these people to settle on, well, nobody can say no to that. But I don't think it should be a matter of law that, yes, we want the herdsmen as a matter of law to have you know, grazing reserve in each state of the federation. I think that is the knotty issue, because nobody wants to have people carrying guns and harassing people and killing people on the farm. That is the issue that is confronting the nation today.
You're clear on the issue that states like Abia State are free to go ahead and not have grazing fields or even ranches, as it were, just to move the alleged herdsmen away from the eastern part of Nigeria.
Well, like I said, you see, this is a federation. If the herdsmen go there and get money, I mean, find land to buy and put ranches there, I don't think anybody should stop them. You know, it's not as if, I don't believe it's like saying no Fulani herdsman should enter Abia or enter here. What we are saying is that this grazing thing, this cattle rearing is a business. And if they go to Abia and get land here anywhere and buy and put their cattle there, I don't think they should be chased away. But what I'm consistently against, and what I think majority of Nigerians, certainly the people of Benue, are against, is the idea of just coming and sacking people's farms and taking over. I mean, nobody can accept that.
Mr. Emmanuel Okejev, the Chairman, House Committee on Rules and Business, thank you so much indeed for sharing your thoughts with us. We do appreciate it here on State of the Nation.